After an illustrious career of 3 decades in banking, Mr. Deepak Bagla came back to India to create an institution that would help global investors connect with the Indian businesses. Since joining Invest India in 2015, Mr. Bagla has been committed to Honorable Prime Minister's vision of promoting the image of a new India to global investors and realizing the hopes and wishes of the startup community. The jury decided to give a very, very special award to him for all his contributions. I'm sure a lot of you have seen his recent presentation, which makes all of us very proud. A big congratulations to Mr. Deepak Bagla.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we invite Mr. Bagla up on stage, we have a very small film paying tribute to his glorious career. Take a look.
In Citigroup, then worked in private equity before a life-changing event prompted him to do something more meaningful.
When 26/11 happened, I was in the midst of it. When I had felt that probably I have to do something which was beyond just my own personal desire, for more in the social space. And that's how in Invest India happened. Invest India is a startup of the Government of India. Until about 2015, it was completely dormant. And that was the time Make in India was being launched. So they needed an entity which would provide the support for all which Make in India stood for. I remember when we started, we were about 4 of us. So there was a newspaper article, and I remember how one of the large automobile companies in the world from Europe was looking to expand themselves into 3 countries, and India was not a part of those. Our team at that time had walked into a senior government official's office and requested them that, can you write a letter to the chairman and tell them to give us a chance? It took us about 8 to 12 months. But one of the most heartening announcements was when they said that they are no longer going to either of those 3 countries, but are now going to be creating a presence in India. The way we had presented the India opportunity, that is what earned us the trust.
Under the stewardship of Deepak Bagla, Invest India soon took off.
In a short period of just about 60 months, we were acknowledged by the UN and the World Bank as a gold standard and as the world's #1 investment promotion agency. I remember a head of state walking into this office and saying, this is the first time I'm seeing Prime Minister Modi's New India. When he saw this office brimming with energy, Invest India was given the responsibility to be the execution arm for Startup India. At that time, I just had about 450 odd startups registered. Today, I have 90,000 of them. India is #3 in the world in number of unicorns, #2 in the world in number of startups, and #1 in the world with new startups adding every day. And this is where Invest India has been working with each one of these stakeholders, enhancing that development, which will bring in new investment.
Deepak is a man of vision, very outstanding representative of Government of India as far as investments to India are concerned.
Since 2015, India has set a new record for FDI every consecutive year. Deepak Bagla hopes that Invest India will continue to play an even bigger role in this journey in the future.
90% of India of 2047 is yet to be constructed. And the work cut out for us is very well laid out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the EY Entrepreneur of the Year Special Jury Award winner, Mr. Deepak Bagla.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I also request Mr. Kant to please say a few words based on his own experience of working with Mr. Bagla. Congratulations, sir. Mr. Kant, over to you.
Deepak has been a phenomenal entrepreneur in government. He's a man of phenomenal passion, commitment, and big vision. And I think when I recruited Deepak in Government of India, I was Secretary DIPP. He was moving from Citibank to the government. But what he's done in government is to be a outstanding representative to promote and market India. And more than that, he's brought tremendous young energy, vibrancy, dynamism by recruiting a very, very young team. So his team is absolutely, I think the average age of that team is about 27, 28. And Deepak brings in a lot of life and energy into that team. So I think he deserves the award for simply being a great entrepreneur in government Governments are normally associated with red tapeism, with status quo, but Deepak has been a great agent of change in government. So he truly deserves this award.
So we took turns staring out the window at the dark.
Congratulations, Mr. Bagla. I request you to please say a few words on this glorious win. Yes.
Thank you. Sir, thank you. This is the first time you had good things to say about me. I remember all these years, every morning we used to be shouted at. But truly a pleasure. And you were seeing some of those stories, and I realized I really don't fit in here. I'm not an entrepreneur. Those are amazing stories which we were hearing. But yes, it is a special evening for me. One of the few times I have my parents with me when they agreed to come, and old friends. But also, I think he's just left. The first boss when I had come into Delhi, Mr. Arun Puri, can't find him now, and the first boss who brought me into the government, Mr. Amitabh Kant. True entrepreneurs, and there's a lot to learn from them. But yes, I agree, this award truly goes to that team Invest India. Sir, average age is now 29. They still keep me out of it. But truly spirited. They believe in themselves. They believe in India. You know, Sachin, when I was seeing your video, it reminded me of one thing. 1907, when you were just, the first steel plant was coming up in India. And the chief commissioner of railways at that time, Sir Frederick Upcott, said that I will eat every ounce of steel if it is made in India. We've come a long way. We are now one of the top steel makers of the world. The fact is, this journey always just shows that there will be Sir Frederick Upcotts. They will always remain there. But I think this journey has just begun. 90% of India of 15th August 2047 is yet to be made. Rajiv, you said the GDP at that time will be 27, 28 trillion. I think the number is more around 32, 33 trillion. We are about 3.5 trillion today. 90% of India to be constructed in the next 9,000 days. And this will be done by all of you. By that entrepreneur. I'm sorry. It always chokes you when you see the spirit of India. And this generation which believes in themselves, which believe in India and its future. Thank you very much, but this award goes to all of them and to my team. Thank you, and thank you to the team.